It begins this week. The invasion from all corners of the known comic book worlds. It comes, trickling little by little, taking over your rack space as least you expect it. You turn around, 3 books. You turn around again, 5 books, until there's an entire rack of the invasion that is Convergence. DC descends upon the unsuspecting comic book people this week and brings you a celebration of the joy that is the DC Universe. And this week, first, it starts off with closest to the current continuity, which is pre-Flashpoint. Am I right in that?
Yeah.
Alright then. Pre-Flashpoint. And speaking of the Flash, he is finally back a little bit, but the Convergence #1 here does not start everything, because there was a 0 issue last week.
Yeah.
So you could pick that up. But yes, Convergence, DC Comics, the next 2 months, it's all going to be little mini-series. There's going to be 9 issues of this every week, 9 including the 0, and we've got a few of the new books starting this week for you.
And by a few, he means a lot.
Yeah.
First of all is Convergence Speed Force, written by Tony Bedard, drawn by Tom Grummett, and featuring Wally West, the much-demanded Flash, leader of the current Flash family here, with his daughter Iris and his son Jai. What are they called? The Tornado Twins?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is really nice. Sees Central City and what they're doing under the dome of Convergence.
Nightwing and Oracle, very nice cover from Jill Thompson. Gail Simone, Jan Duersma. If you miss the love affair between Oracle and Nightwing, boom! Your prayers have been answered.
And there's Hawk People.
And there's Hawk People. It's kind of what this Convergence is about. Your prayers are answered, but only for 2 months.
Yeah, and then it's back to the same old.
Yeah.
Next up is Convergence The Question. Greg Rucka, Cully Hamner, Dave McCaig, Renee Montoya, Harvey Dent, Helena Bertinelli, even a special guest appearance by one of Renee's old acquaintances on the last page. Might be able to figure out who it is based on the writer. Really awesome stuff here.
Very cool. Superman, Dan Jurgens, Lee Weeks. Superman and Lois, get it on. Wait, no, that's Superman? No.
No, that's Lois.
That's Lois. Yeah, it's not Wonder Woman. See, I'm getting confused.
See,
man.
pre-Flashpoint,
Pre-Flashpoint. Whatever. I've written that off. It doesn't matter anymore.
It matters to me, damn it. We've also got The Atom here by Tom Payer and Steve Yoel. Great Steve Dillon cover there. Who is who? I can't tell, honestly. Deathstroke, Ryan Choi, Ray Palmer, basically picking up from that time when Deathstroke totally shanked the Atom so that the Atom could come back. Because, comics.
Titans, Fabian Assisia, and, sorry, there's so many Wagners. Ron Wagner, and Jose Marzan Jr. This is bringing back the Titans, not the Teen Titans, not the new Teen Titans, not the Young Justice, this is the Titans, the very angsty and very 90s, we're kind of pissed off, but we're not quite Justice Leaguers type of book. So. And Starfire actually has most of her clothes on. There probably isn't any weird Jason Todd Starfire stuff in this one.
Roy does have the unfortunate robot arm and dead daughter thing going on.
The dead daughter thing, yeah.
We've also got Convergence Batgirl, featuring not one, but 2 Batgirls, Stephanie Brown and Cassandra Cain, teaming up with Red Robin Tim Drake, by the team of Elisa Whitney and Rick Lenardi, fighting Gorilla Grodd, because everything's better with gorillas.
Absolutely. Batman and Robin, Dennis Cohen, Ron Mars, and friggin' Klaus Janson, man, hell yeah. Yeah, it's not bad, alright, you got Black Mask, you got Man-Bat, you got all sorts of cool Batman stuff, Red Hood, yeah.
And Red Hood's sidekick, who's only been in like 3 issues before. I didn't think she would be back ever.
How do you read a sidekick when you're Red Hood?
Grant Morrison, that's how.
I guess.
And my last Convergence book for you is Justice League #1 by Frank Thierry and Vicente Cifuentes, following an all-female team at Jesse Quick's baby shower. Yeah, well, I mean, not pre-Flashpoint, but it's been like a year under the dome, things happen.
It's true.
This has Flashpoint Aquaman kidnapping Mira and, presumably trying to make her his bride or something like that. Let's see how that goes.
And my last one, Convergence Harley Quinn, Steve Pugh, Phil Winslade. It is obviously the Gotham City Sirens back again. Yeah, if you need your Harley Quinn fix, definitely in this week. This one actually looks pretty good. I always liked Phil Winsley. He's a good artist. And now that is it for the slightly confusingness that is Convergence. We do have a checklist. If you need more information, there's also the internet.
Yeah, there is that.
There is that.
Those over there?
Now that that's out of the way, our regularly scheduled program will continue. What do we got over here? Start with Double Shot from Image Comics, because, you know, what else do we talk about? Mark Millar is back again this week. Jupiter's Legacy, trade paperback, all 5 issues, right? There were 5?
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
5 issues, $9.99. Frank Whiteley does all of the art. That's right, all of it.
And it is nice.
Yes, it is very nice. And then, this week, as if it was meant to be timed together, Jupiter's Circle, which is the prequel to Jupiter's Legacy, which tells about the previous generation in Jupiter's Legacy. So if you were curious and you wanted to know, Wilfredo Torres does this, Mark Millar, writer, obviously. Yeah, you know.
It's kind of like Mad Men for superheroes.
Exactly, but by Mark Millar, so it's going to be kind of vicious.
Kinda. And speaking of vicious, we have got a big one over from Marvel here, both in size and significance. Deadpool number 250 or 45, or they can't really decide there.
Wait, wasn't there a 900?
Marvel numbering.
Or an 800?
But this sees the death of Deadpool. And no, it doesn't go down exactly how you think. In addition to that story, there's also like 10,000
other
backups.
stories, right?
Not a single reprinting here.
That's pretty good.
Right?
That's pretty good.
It's a fat book right there.
That is a fat book. And I'm very excited for this from Oni Comics, Kaijumax. What would happen if, basically, you know, the kaijus that you have finally defended, you know, the Earth against, what do you do with them afterwards? Well, you put them in jail. And, of course, what happens when you put kaijus in jail? Gang fights. So yeah, you've got everything from like weird goat kaiju to robot ones to little monsters. Oh, and it's so cute. Their little like weight room is like little ships and big skyscrapers and stuff that they use for weightlifting. And oh man, that is wearing makeup. Oh, there's man, there's fish. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun book. But yes, Terror and Respect, Kaijumax. Xander Cannon. Very awesome inker. Did top 10 inking and also did the Smacks mini-series. That was great.
Right, and also from Image here, it's almost like the rest of our books are Image. Southern Cross, number 2, from Becky Cloonan, Andy Belanger, and Lee Lowridge. This is the second issue of their awesome space horror mystery ghost story. Still got plenty of number 1 in here if you want to check out this amazing piece of work. Like, every single page, there's almost no gutters. It's all just ship. Like, okay, you think there's gonna be panel borders? No, it's just the ship. It's amazing.
It's really nice. And Lee Luther, the colors, he does Deadly Class as well. And it's so brilliant. He's one of those guys that actually colors for emotion and for feel, rather than be like, you know, Superman's cape is red, which is nice. And then, completely blowing all the other books out of the water this week.
Might as well not have even published any other comics this week. Here we go. This is The Legacy of Luther Strode. Justin Jordan, Trad Moore, Philippe Sobrero, here for the grand finale to the Luther Strode legacy. This trilogy was started many moons ago, back before Image was a creator-owned juggernaut.
It was right at the beginning. Well, you know, of this second, third, whatever, resurgence, yeah.
With a strange talent of Luther Strode, turned into The Legend of Luther Strode, and finally it's come full circle with The Legacy.
The tagline, they taught him how to kill, he will teach them how to die. Oh, so good. So good.
Yeah.
You know, we would talk more about this, but the really truth is, it doesn't matter if you've read 1 or 2 yet. I mean, it kind of does a little bit, but if you really want the most balls-out, double-size for $3.99 best art on the rack this week, you're going to give Trad Moore your money.
More like this month?
Well, I'm trying to be nice, okay? There's other comics we got to sell later. So, but we'll leave you with that.
You don't need other comics. Just buy 50 of this.
Luther Strode. Bye, guys.